Well, you are a blessing.
So,
You're an encouragement, and yeah, to see you still going away and going at it, not away, but going at it, and that challenge, trying still fighting that challenge, and still not giving up, and everything. And you're a beautiful woman, and to see you come with that just beautiful face of yours and the smile and everything, very encouraging.
There's a light that shines
There
out
is.
of you.
Yeah,
Yep.
And it's
Yeah.
the light of Yah.
yeah.
It's not
Like
just
we
you.
were literally talking about that a few weekends ago.
Yeah.
How we just, I come in and you're just beautiful and lights and
So there's faith and works
yeah,
at work
yeah,
in you and through
Yeah.
you. It's happening all the time. We see it.
There's
we might not say it all.
there's no
We see a lot of things.
seemingly no guarantee of cure, other than we've all got a guarantee of cure. That's once we leave this, breathe our last breath, and we're definitely the perfect healing take place
Oh,
after
yeah,
that.
got our new body.
But while we're here, it's just,
I so get what you're saying because I mean, when I had to use my walker, I got the looks,
Mhm.
and it really, yesterday was a bad day. I could barely get around. I couldn't walk, and I think people.
she's going to be working crutches here pretty soon.
I went from a healthy, active young adult that ran, 5K to I couldn't even move yesterday. And when you're in it, it is hard. But I have found, like Miss Ruthie said, if you just say thank you, y'all, thank you, like it really will change your mindset.
Okay,
Like even if you, stub your toe, well, thank you, y'all, I can feel my feet. It's, you just have to. But it's hard. I get it.
I feel like the one enjoyment that I get is to go to water therapy,
Mm-hmm.
and I'll be in there and I'll just be talking to whoever's in there, and we'll just tell each other's stories or give each other advice.
Yeah.
And
And so you could be an encouragement for someone there, like for someone there that you don't even know.
so for that
You know?
hour and a half, I do feel like a normal person because I can walk in the pool, I can do my
Oh, that's
exercises.
awesome. Yeah, that's really nice.
But just know there's not a lot of normal people out there either.
Yeah,
So
because
I
you wanna
mean,
be
you're
something. When you get to be that person, you'll go, what a disappointment. I thought I was really going to be something. They look like they were all that, and they're not.
No.
Yeah, we're all, listen, somehow in each and every one of us, we're all dysfunctional. We're all sick and diseased in
Yeah.
some way or
Some way
another.
we have a disease.
Yours just happens to be physical and more noticeable.
Is your pot?
Not to make it any less.
It was here.
Yes.
Yeah, that's his.
That's mine, but the other one's not. The other one I borrowed. No, both of those are assembly. Okay, well, thank you for sharing. Thank you for sharing. That'll really help my prayer life. Give me more information, more insight. So, the body without the spirit's dead, faith without works is dead. That's the conclusion of that chapter, and that sums it up pretty good, too. Y'all ready to go into chapter 3, or do you want to call it? It's a short one. Let's do 3.
My brethren, do not become many masters or teachers. Now, I'm pointing this out because Yeshua himself was called master and is called master. He is our master. He's more than just a teacher. He's our, we give homage to him. We bow to him. We serve him. But that was not the reason why a master was called a master. It was because of what that person, at least in this day and age, back here when this was written, held in his mind and in his heart. He was able to impart these things to his disciples, his students. So, my brethren, do not become many masters or teachers, knowing that we who are masters or teachers, shall receive the greater condemnation. For in many things we offend. We offend all. We cause everyone that we teach to stumble. The word offend here, we trip, we cause someone to trip or stumble. If any man does not cause someone to stumble or trip in the word, that same one is a perfect man. And he's also able to bridle the whole body. Look, we put bits in the horses' mouths so that they can obey us. And we turn around their whole body. Look, also the ships, which though they are so huge and are driven by such fierce winds, and still they're turned around with a very small helm, a very small wheel, to go wherever the governor or the rudder takes it. Even so, the tongue is a little member, it's a little part of us, and it boasts great things. See or understand how great a matter a little fire kindles. And the tongue is a fire. It is a world of iniquity. So is the tongue amongst our members, that it defiles the whole body, and it sets on fire the course of nature, and it is then set on fire by Gehenna. For every kind of wild animals, wild venomous animals, and of birds and serpents and of things in the sea is tamed, and it has been tamed by mankind. But the tongue no man can tame. It is an unruly evil and full of deadly poison. With the tongue we bless Elohim, the Father, and with that same tongue we curse men who are made according to the similitude of Yahweh. Out of the same mouth proceeds blessing and cursing. My brethren, these things should not be so. Does a mountain send forth at the same time, at the same place, sweet and bitter water? Can the fig tree, my brethren, bear olive berries? Or can a vine bear figs? So can no fountain both yield salt water and fresh. Well, who is a wise man and is endued with knowledge among you? Let him show from out of a good manner of life his works with meekness of wisdom. But if you have bitter envying and strife in your hearts, then do not boast and do not lie against the truth. This wisdom does not descend from above, but it is earthly and sensual and devilish. For where envying and strife is, there is confusion and every evil work. But the wisdom that is from above is first pure, and then it's peaceable and gentle and easy to be entreated, easy to be complied with. It is full of mercy and good fruits. It is without partiality and without hypocrisy. And the fruit of righteousness is sown in peace by those that make peace. We question our wisdom, or we should, where it comes from sometimes.
What does it mean
What does what mean?
concerning wisdom? Is justified of its children.
Well, like kind begets like kind. The wisdom that is not from above breeds more wisdom that's not from above. The wisdom that is from above, as it just said, the fruit of righteousness, the seeds of the fruit of righteousness are sown by those that make peace.
I always wondered about this.
Yeah,
Because
17.
it refers to the fact that the world can have wisdom,
A type of wisdom, yeah.
and it also speaks here concerning the wisdom that pertains to those who believe in the Father. So, then this word justifies the wisdom from above. Is justified, that's another scripture. It's
It says
justified
it's first pure and
of
then
its
peaceable.
children. Of its children.
Yeah,
Justified or seen as it ought to be by his children, yeah.
What is the meaning of justified?
You have to find the scripture
Yeah.
in context. You can search that. But this wisdom says wisdom from above is first pure, it's pure wisdom, and then it's peaceful and gentle, and it's easy to be entreated. It's full of mercy and good fruits, and it's without partiality and without hypocrisy. So if you got wisdom that has those attributes, then that's from above.
Is, yeah, here, because that's word wisdom always bothered me. Okay, if the world has wisdom, and it's the children of the world are justified by the type of wisdom they use.
That's true. In a court of law, the jargon or the type of words that a person uses as a lawyer can cause someone to be justified before a jury of your peers. I mean, that's just one instance.
Yeah, and that's a worldly jury. It's not a heavenly jury. It's not
Now, to
from
be
above.
justified means made to be seen as clean or pure. And yet we are justified by Yahweh's own word, by his own actions, his own faith at work in the actions that were carried out according to his word.
Yeah, it's like acceptable.
Well, he
It's made
created
acceptable.
wisdom.
Right.
You're justified.
We are made
You're-
acceptable
You're
to him,
acceptable. Yeah.
or we are seen by Yahweh as being as we should be because he has made us to be so.
But the worldly wisdom is justified or acceptable of the world.
Right.
So the world accepts their wisdom.
It's a parallel counterfeit
Mhm.
of everything that Yahweh has created has been duplicated and counterfeited in another direction in the ways of
And
the
I think
world.
the
the ways
word
of
wisdom
mankind.
is really probably better understood if you think about it as a way of thinking, a mindset, a way of thinking.
It's how we form opinions.
Yeah, so if your wisdom or the way you think is worldly, then that fits that worldly thing. And if
You might have respective
your
persons.
wisdom is from above, if your way of thinking is up from above, then your way of thinking is first pure, and then your way of thinking is peaceable and gentle. Your way of thinking is easy and treated. Your way of thinking is full of mercy and good fruits, and your way of thinking is without partiality or without hypocrisy.
No favoritism.
So that's your way, kind of your way of thinking is the definition of wisdom. To me, it makes more sense. That help?
Well, yes, it creates always within.
With you, it always got more questions afterward, doesn't it?
That's.
Well, that's part of the learning process.
Yeah.
Do you have any that you want to ask? Yeah,
No,
so,
not at the moment because my mind is still chewing on.
still chewing on that?